is not cute or classy. Hi, it's Crystal, your very own personal beauty pro, and it has been a very busy month for me. As I was thinking, what could I share with you while I was short on time, I remembered that we haven't done pretty pop-ups in a while, and the very purpose of pretty pop-ups was so that I could show you a valuable beauty or makeup tip in a short amount of time. So you're going to love today's pretty pop-up. It's one that you may or may not already know. It's simple, quick, and easy, but I have found that it's a step that a lot of people skip. Today's pretty pop-up is how to keep makeup off of your collar and the collars of others you may hug, kiss, or greet. And I figured today, while I had this off-white sweater on, this big cowl neck would be the perfect time to talk about something like that. Because in the past, when I have forgotten that step, I have ended up with a little bit, a hint of it on my own collars in the past. And that is not cute or classy. So the tip I'm going to give you is really quick and easy, like I said. All you need is 1 ply of bathroom tissue or a facial tissue. Now, of course, I always prefer a facial tissue because they tend to be softer. But if you're going to use bathroom tissue, make sure it's very little, like 1 or 2 squares, and make sure it's the very soft kind. Now, some people like to blot with paper towel, and there's no law against that, but paper towel is meant to pick up spills. So it tends to have grooves and things like that in it. And although you may not see it to the naked eye right away, those grooves tend to put little tiny prints in your makeup, and you don't want that. When the tissue's super soft, it leaves a super soft finish behind, and that's what we want. And you want to do this step after you've completed your entire makeup, your foundation and makeup, and also your powder. So you take the square, and the key to this is to use feather light strokes. We know you don't want your makeup to transfer onto your clothes, but that's no reason to go gangster with this step, okay? So use very feather-like strokes, and you want to press and roll. Press and roll, and of course, particularly underneath where your clothing tends to rub up against your face in your makeup. So definitely underneath, especially if you tend to blend down onto the neck and chin. And you press and roll, but you also want to get around this mouth area, and you want to blend up higher. Now, if you're using a light touch, then you will not be picking up or disturbing your makeup, so don't worry about that. The other benefit to this, besides keeping your makeup off of your clothing, is that you'll be adding one additional step to setting your makeup. So yes, your powder sets your makeup in place, but this takes you even a step further, and that is product that could end up especially on your lightly colored clothing. Now, there are some makeups that are transfer resistant. They say they're transfer proof sometimes, but makeup is makeup, and it is going to rub off if you rub up against it. Now, there are a couple of products that are basically transfer or budge proof, or at least budge resistant. Estee Lauder's Double Wear is one that comes to mind, and there are a few others as well that when I do this test on it, barely anything even comes up on the tissue, but it's always better safe than sorry. So that's today's pretty pop-up, how to keep that pretty makeup on your face and not on your collar and your clothing, your turtlenecks, your beautiful white collared shirts, and also how to keep the makeup off of others that you may greet as well. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. I always enjoy sharing these things with you. I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. But until then, keep it pretty.